Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Highlights from my collection. Today I've got a large assortment of spooky titles, so let's get into it. On today's episode, I have a bunch of assorted spooky titles. None of them are tied to a specific box set franchise. But we're getting close to the end of spooky season, and I wanted to make sure that I got as many titles in as I could. I do have a couple of other episodes that are going to be coming down the pike. One's going to be vampires and werewolves, and I'm going to show off stuff from my collection on that. But on this episode, it's just going to be assorted spooky titles, kind of like I did on the last episode. First up on our list of spooky titles, highlights from my collection, is going to be my slipbox that I designed for the steelbook for The Crow. And love that artwork. So I built it, my slipboxes are designed to fit regular 4K or Blu-ray cases with or without a slipcover, as well as steelbooks with or without a slipcover. So with this, it's got a nice, you don't have to shake the crap out of it to get it out, but really like the Crow steelbook, and obviously I like the slipcover. This is, even though it's from Paramount, it's kind of a Lionsgate Limited kind of rip-off concept. With that, the steelbook itself, this is the version that I got. This is the one I like the most. And then on the inside, it's only one disc. That's the only thing I would say that is a major downside to us not having a lot of selection as far as different formats. Everybody's kind of going steelbook, is a lot of companies are just going with not giving you the Blu-ray anymore. What I would like to see is, you don't have to give me the Blu-ray necessarily, but it would be nice to have that additional slot on the other side so that I could transfer the Blu-ray copy that I have and put it in here, and that way I have it all together in one thing. I'm sure it boils down to a price thing. The other thing, I don't know if I haven't really looked for a lot of the others, when they were in store on the shelves, and I haven't really seen anybody talk about it. But one of the things was with the slip covers is this side is centered. It's great. It's fine. This side, not so much, which is kind of surprising from a studio to put something out like that is that off center. It's not even sized properly. As you can see on this one, it takes up the whole spine. On this one, it doesn't. It's almost like the image got smushed, or it just didn't print right. But it's definitely not the right size. Everything else seems to be in alignment. It's just that image, and OCD Mike is going crazy with that. So when I put it in my slipbox, I make sure that I put the centered version out. But that's my Crow slipbox. Next up for my spooky titles is a movie that, this really holds up even today. I don't know, it becomes more prevalent every day, but it's They Live, and this is my slipbox that I created for myself. If to hold the Scream Factory 4K. And then I got this artwork from an artist. I was able to license it from him. I just thought it was fantastic, and it goes perfectly with the rest of the box. Really gives you that nice originality to it. Obviously, it's got the obey, and they're all the aliens. Really, really love that. And this artwork, in case anyone's interested, this artwork was by Matthew Theron. Definitely check out his website. He does commissions and stuff like that. So it's Matthew Theron Art. And it'll take you, I'll put a link in the description of this video that you can go right to his shop. But this is I didn't have the steelbook version. Honestly, I didn't really like the steelbook artwork. And overall, I'm not really I wouldn't classify myself as a steelbook collector. I'm just more of a forced collector of steelbooks. But yeah, this is the Screen Factory one. And if you've not seen this, the transfer is really, really good. This movie really holds up well, especially in today's society. And I definitely recommend it for anyone that hasn't seen it. But that is my box for They Live. Next title up is actually the third film in a franchise. I need to actually go back and I want to do a box set. I'm a little hesitant to do a box set just yet because I think they're doing another one. I'm not quite sure. I felt like I heard rumors of them doing another one, but it's the Day One. This one's A Quiet Place Day One. But I have A Quiet Place 1 and 2, but they're in standard 4K case packaging. So I wanted to, for myself, go back and when I have time and do the clear cases, the 14 millimeter clear cases, two-sided artwork, maybe make a slip cover, not quite sure, maybe not. And then do slip boxes for them so I can make a nice box, cohesive box set for it. Because what's great, what I love about my slip boxes is it doesn't matter what format, as far as packaging you have. You can have steelbook in this case. You can have the 12.5 millimeter. I could just use inserts, but I actually really love the clear cases. So I've been doing that a lot more with my collection. So that's what I'm going to do with this. But this is my Quiet Place Day One slip box for my steelbook, and that's the back art. It's pretty cool. I actually want to redo this one. I'll keep the original poster art on there, but I definitely want to redo the art on this, so that all three are cohesive together. Especially with like an outer box artwork too. I think that would be pretty cool, and I could, that would go great with the collection. So that's my plan. But for this one, I got the steelbook. It's one of those I actually regret getting the steelbook because the steelbook artwork is meh at best. There's really not a lot going on in there, and I'm not so much like when it comes from an artistic design. I'm not against the stuff being off center, but I am very much against negative space, like wasted space. There's so much real estate on this that they could do, and they're like, we're just gonna put this little bit here, a little bit there. So you predominantly just have a black steelbook, and on top of that, it's glossy. So fingerprints galore. I don't know if that shows up, but you can see that right there. Fingerprints galore. I fucking hate that. So you have to white glove your steelbook kind of thing. But this is my slip box for A Quiet Place Day One, with every intention, and I'll do an update video on that day that I do make the box set for the rest of them. Next slip box that I made for myself, and I do classify this as horror, even though it's very much a science fiction with it, but it is my slip box for War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Really love this version of it. And here's the back. I know there's a couple deluxe versions out there that they currently sell, but I had made this before any of that shit came out, so I have no need or desire to go get those other editions. But I have the standard edition with the slipcover with that. I wish that when it comes to slipcovers and the regular cases, I wish they would have different artwork. I wish it just wasn't duplicate. I realize that not every, especially older films, they didn't have multiple posters. In this case, it did. So I wish they would have had maybe this poster on the slipcover, and then you could have this, or vice versa. Kind of mix it up versus just having duplicate artwork. I don't know. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. I like variety of artwork, so that would have been nice. That being said, even for me, I have it. It's the same image, but it's just a little bit different. So even just little tweaks here and there to make it just slightly different, make all the difference in the world. But This was a movie that I saw in the theater. I saw like 3 movies that day. I saw this, Batman Begins, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That was probably the last time that I had gone and had a all-day movie marathon. But definitely 3 great films to see in one day. Next title up for spooky season is The Thing. Oh, God, I love this movie. This is one of my favorite horror movies. They do just an amazing job of creating the atmosphere of mistrust and suspicion and tension throughout and they maintain it throughout the whole film, which is very difficult to do. This is the back though, and I got this artwork. I was able to license this from Chelsea Lowe, and definitely check her artwork out as well. I believe she, obviously she does commissions as well, and there's things that you can order prints for her, but I'll provide a link to her store as well, so you can maybe pick up some prints of some things, or even reach out to her with a commission. So, for this one again, I have the slipcover version, and again, it's this. It's an amazing poster. I'm not knocking it, but it would have been nice to have something a little bit different with that. Some kind of different artwork from amazing artists like Chelsea or Matthew or Mariano Mattis. Obviously, very iconic poster, amazing artistry with it, and this is my version slipbox of The Thing. Next up is a film that, it's a good film. I'm not knocking it. And it has a massive following. But dear Lord, next to Halloween, I feel like this is been milked to death on re-release after re-release after re-release, and nothing has changed about it. It's the same transfer. It's just different packaging, different artwork. And this is what I mean by, like, it would be nice for some of these other ones if they would give you some kind of new artwork with that. But for this one, it is The Return of the Living Dead. I've made a couple different versions of this for myself. The first version I did was the original poster art. And I liked it. There was nothing wrong with that. At the time, though, the printer I was using was not that great when it came to large black sections. That's where the resolution issue for the printer's capability showed its limitations. So I ended up switching it and going with a different version of the poster. And that worked fine, but I ultimately didn't really like that so much. And then the Steelbook came out, and this is the version I have. So the Steelbook came out, and I love this artwork. It's very shiny. It's shiny. Great. Look at that. That's fantastic. And then you've got, the 3 discs in here. But I wanted the outer box, the slip box, to protect my Steelbook to better reflect this artwork. So I ended up going with this for the front of the outer box, which like I said, I think it goes much, much better with. And then I also changed up. Originally, I did not have the original logo, and obviously it's a font that's you can't just like go get a Return of the Living Dead font generator and easily print it out, or not print it out, but easily like produce it. But I wanted it to mimic the Steelbook. I think you can see it there. Yeah, there you go. So I got it for here. I was able to find that and recreate that. And then on the back, again, I reached out to my buddy Matthew Theron and was able to license out this artwork of the Tar Man, which I think is absolutely fantastic. He is just an amazing artist, Again, I will have a link in the description of the video where you can go check out his artwork and maybe even, get a project going for yourself with him. He's absolutely fantastic to work with. Great guy. Very creative, very talented. Amazing. I think he has a book out too. But if I can find the link to that, I'll put that in there as well. But so that's my version of the Return of the Living Dead. Obviously, there's more steelbooks. I think there's, I think it's been released like 3 or 4 times, and it's just new packaging, which is fantastic. I love to see new packaging, new artwork, and like I said, it creates variety. I wish they would do that with some of these other titles. I know from a steelbook standpoint, like The Thing and They Live. I think Devon Whitehead's artwork's out there. For me, it's hit or miss on that style, but it's still good to see variety. I just wish that kind of variety would also translate over to non-steelbook versions of it, whether it's putting it on the slipcover or on the standard insert part of it. But that, again, that's just me. Continuing on our spooky season titles, I have The Fog. And again, I've done a couple different versions of this for myself in my collection. That's the beauty of it when you do it yourself, when you're making stuff and you get to express your creativity. You get to maybe you do something and then later on you look back and you're like, I could do something better, or something a little bit more with that. So for this one, again, I just have the standard version with the slipcover. Again, duplicate for artwork, which kind of sucks on the Spice of Life variety thing. But, so I did do the original poster art, which I think is just, it's hard to beat that for sure. But on the back, I found this artwork and I thought it was pretty good. It kind of gives highlights our girls in the film, but also giving you a little of that spooky, eerie shadows, coming out of the cemetery type thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. But that is my version of The Fog. Next up is a film that was, I don't know the full backstory of this because I don't even remember the name of the film. But in the film, I'm sure all you horror fans are going to know. You're going to be telling me in the comments. But in the film, they played like fake trailers, and in one of the fake trailers was this like what ended up being Thanksgiving, and I guess years went by, and then they finally made this. I did not see the film with the fake trailer in it, so to the point where I don't even know what the name of the movie was. But this was the trailer for this sold me on it. I did not see it in the theater, but it was enough. I saw the trailer and I got a recommendation from a buddy of mine. And so it was a blind buy. I got the steelbook version, which I really like. It's, it's got embossing going on. But here is the steelbook. And you can kind of see it's got, texture here and it's got the circular, rectangular embossing going on right there. Really good. And then on the inside, there's like a, dear viewer note kind of thing. And then you got the artwork, but it does give you the 4K and the Blu-ray, which I really, really like with that. So I got the steelbook. Got to protect the steelbooks, man. So I did a Thanksgiving slip box for myself. There's the spine, and then on the back, I wanted a continuation of this kind of green theme. I didn't want something too stark or too different that it like disrupted the flow of the artwork. So that's the back of it as well. I really like this movie. It was good. Is it predictable? A little bit. But it's still fun. There's some fun kills in there. I think that this film is, it kind of got, I don't know, like I didn't see when it came out on physical media, I just didn't see a lot of people talking about it. I don't know if it just wasn't received well from folks. I personally enjoyed it. I like it. I have it in my collection. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen Thanksgiving? And if you have, did you like it? And I'm not sure, but I think they're doing another one, which I'm looking forward to. But let me know in the comments below. Next title up on our spooky season assorted horror titles from my collection is Prince of Darkness. Now before I show you the box, I got the Steelbook version of this. And, oh, I didn't even realize I still have some, I keep the J cards, but I didn't realize I still had some of that sticky glue on there, so let me get rid of that. But, love this Steelbook artwork. Fantastic. Whoever did this, props to you, sir or madam. Absolutely fantastic. It's actually way more dynamic and scary and colorful than the film was itself. This was a blind buy. My buddy Chase at AVA Pop Culture recommended this to me. If you're not subscribed to his channel, please do so. Check it out. Fantastic channel and great guy. But he recommended this one to me. And also, I know like I've kind of mentioned this before, but like I said, I keep the J cards and they fit perfectly in my box. So you don't have to like fold them or mash them. So you can see right there. And then the Steelbook fits perfectly in there. So you can keep your stuff together. You don't have to sacrifice. But this was my interpretation, my thing, my creativity going with it. And with this, there's a lot of work that I had to do to make this poster work with this. So first off, I recreated all of the text, and I tried to recreate it in the format that mimicked the original poster. With my slip box, obviously the dimensions are tremendously different than what the original poster was. So what I had to do for this one, this was a good example, a lot of elements, but so the logo was a separate element that I had. I got the original poster, and so I went back and I tried to find and mimic the font and when it's colored and highlighted and stuff like that as much as I could. Then I actually had to the sky is its own element, this cutout is its own element, and then this is its own element, and so I basically had to kind of recreate it and shape it. With this, I had to kind of like guide and manipulate I don't know what it's not really gas, but whatever this green thing is supposed to represent, a losing of the mind with that, to make that all fit and the dimensions be proper for the box. So sometimes some of these boxes, it seems like, oh yeah, you just grabbed the original poster, you just slapped on there. Actually, sometimes it's a lot of work when you're trying to recreate something because of the proportions. With that. So I did that one, and then here's the spine, and then this is what I ended up going with on the back. So I thought that was pretty cool. This movie, if you haven't seen it, Prince of Darkness, it is not action-packed. It is slow-paced. I thought they could have done more with it. I would definitely say it does have rewatchability. So like I'll sit and watch it again. I watched it this spooky season already, so see you next year for that one. But for anybody that it's a blind buy, I would say if you're in love with the artwork, get the Steelbook. But if you're looking to save a couple bucks because you're not quite sure, I would definitely like try to pick up like a used copy of it, or the standard version if it's a little bit cheaper, or just wait till it goes on sale. But I definitely wouldn't say if this is a blind buy for you and you're not a Steelbook collector to just like go pick this up full price. I would definitely like try to catch this on a sale or a discount. But that's my Prince of Darkness. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys next time.